Hi and welcome, I'm Tom, your host, and this is the DROPCAST Movie Poster Podcast Release Edition. This format is part of the Instagram blog Drop, and you can find us under @DropMakeOfficial. We do news, reviews, and interviews that all have to do with the film business. The last week was so busy that I didn't have the chance to get a headliner for this show's episode, and nevertheless, I got some great art for you from your favorite artists, and as well some Halloween prints and 2 art shows that I will cover today. So stay tuned and head over to our Instagram profile @DropMakeOfficial to follow along with the art that we are talking about, or check us out on YouTube. Alrighty, before we're gonna jump in, you can see already the art that I will be covering today. So a lot of cool stuff, and we are gonna start out with one of my favorite guys. It is Matt Ferguson. Matt Ferguson has this great piece with Bottleneck, and it's called Illumination. It's for Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, as you can already see, and it's a screen print with the dimensions of 36 by 24 inches. This is the regular edition. It's a hand-numbered edition of 200 pieces. And there's also a variant version, which looks also really cool, really subtle with this kind of brownish color, like with this faded yellow orangey vibe. It's like, and it goes into the direction of gold, of course, because this is a screen print with metallic gold ink, and this probably looks very amazing in person. This is a hand numbered edition of 100. Also, some more stuff from Bottleneck is this very cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle piece by Jason Reich, and it's also screen print, 24 by 36 inches, hand-numbered edition of 150. This also has a foil variant, and as you can see, this seems to be a very good use, especially with all the metal in there, and the title treatment. And the foil variant is the same size, and it's also screen printed on foil paper, and this is a hand number edition of 100. Another very, very cool piece by Bottleneck is with Matt Griffin. We had him on our show before, and he is such a cool guy that this piece looks so amazing. It is Alien by Matt Griffin, and I really like the idea of it, because especially when you look at the tunnel, the usual tunnel, we all know those from the ship, and turn this into the mouth of the alien and the iconic little thingy that pops out. It's really cool style. I love the colorway here, and yeah, in space, no one can hear you scream. So definitely very, very great print. It is 24 by 36 inches, also screen printed, and it was a hand number edition of 250. Now we don't have a print, but we have a resin figure, and it's this beautiful piece by Raid 71. We teased it. I think we teased it back when we had the show, the Batman show, and or at the Amjam. I don't know. At some point we teased it, and it looks very, very cool. This is a limited edition of 500. It is 6.25 inches tall, and it includes also a mini print 5x5 that is also by Raid 71, and it's this little guy here, the Plague Doctor in print form. Very cool stuff. The peanut stuff is really great. What Raid is doing there, really enjoying it. And there's also a different version, the Plague Doctor Gold version, all in black with the golden mask. This is an edition of 200, and it also comes with a 5x5 inch print. Very, very cool stuff. The next piece I wanted to talk about is just incredible. It is a limited edition, limited timed edition by Bruce Yan, and he did this 11 times 14 inches, 1 millimeter PET, 20 frame lenticular. As I said, this is a timed edition. It will go on until Sunday, so be sure to grab one. It's an amazing piece and an amazing idea, with Albrecht changing to the lettering for the English lettering, and it's just very fitting for a bounty and a bounty hunter. And this is a great piece, and it's a reasonable price. It has a cool size, and I think that's a very good idea in use of lenticular. Also, check out his Instagram and Twitter and Facebook or wherever you can, because he has also some concept art there, how this idea was planned on his part, but I can tell it hasn't changed much so far, but it has some cool, also cool stuff that I would love to see on that poster. But yeah, really, really cool stuff by Bottleneck here. And we have some more Bottleneck stuff, or some more Bottleneck posters that is in co-release with Vice Press. And Vice Press, yeah, there's some really good guys, and there's some really cool stuff coming up in the future. So check that out. We're going to do something for Thought Bubble together. It's going to be on one of the main events, and we are having Matt Ferguson on, Florian. So this will definitely be something to watch out for on November 14th. More info is definitely on the Instagram blog in the future. Yeah, but this piece is is just a co-release with from Vice Press and Bottleneck, and this is by Tom Walker, and he did the part of the Universal Monster series. This is the Frankenstein print. This is screen printed. It's a hand number edition of 175. Then we also have the Creature of the Black Lagoon. Also going along with this, I really love how the color theme shifted here, like with the reddish golden on top and like the green at the bottom there, and like this the title red is included here on the top. Really, really liking this. And then he did another classic, The Mummy, and these regular screen printed version are available 175 time. Also really cool. Boris Karloff as the Mummy is great. That movie still holds up today. Even like just the looks and just the feel of it is just amazing. So great stuff, Tom Walker. But there's more to this one, because they also have a foil version, which is also 24 by 36 inch. And this is the Frankenstein is just a regular foil, as we all know them probably. Then we have the Creature of the Black Lagoon, which comes on a gold foil. And then we also have the Mummy, which also comes on a gold foil. All of these are hand-numbered editions of 50, so there's not that many available, and they look really cool. My favorites are definitely the foil versions, but that might be different for you, because there's also a 3D G-Clay version of these, and they come with obviously 3D glasses. They are also 24 by 36 inches, and this is an edition of 125. So there are a couple there, really cool to look at, really cool stuff. I wonder how they look in person and when you put on those glasses. But yeah, speaking of Vice Press, they also have 2 solo releases this week. And the first one is by Rodrigo Barraza. And this is the infographic for the Thunderbirds. We can see all the different vehicles in there. And it's an edition size of 200 for each. And they are G-Clay prints on acid-free paper. And the size is A2, which is 16.5 times 23.4 inches. And yeah, those graphics are really cool. He's doing really cool stuff. And I can tell you, I know what's coming. Some really, really cool stuff is coming from Rodrigo. So look out for that, and look out for Vice Press releasing those. Really, really cool stuff. The vehicle chart, all of them together, also available 200 times, and it's the same size, and they're all open editions. I think never mind. It's an edition of 200. I'm sorry, my bad. They're all 200. The next one is an open edition. I looked at the wrong part, and the next one is by Matt Griffin. We had him before, and he made also this very beautiful silent running piece. Very cool movie. I have the Raid 71 version for that, and also the little droids around the house. So that's some really cool stuff. Really loving this poster. It's also A2, so 16.5 by 23.4 inches. And there's also a variant edition, and both are available as open edition from Vice Press. So head over there, grab yours. It's officially licensed by Universal, and I think they both look really great. Even with the different colors and like it's got this old school nostalgic feel to it. Really cool stuff. Matt Griffin knocked it out of the park on this one. Okay, moving over to Mondo. They also have some more Halloween themed prints, and the first one is by We Buy Your Kids. And they did this Halloween print. It's by DL Screen Printing. It's 18 by 24 inches and an edition of 150. Really cool stuff. Always different style. With We Buy Your Kids, they have something. They bring something to the table that you usually don't see with the posters and illustrations. And I really enjoy the style they are doing their art in. And then we have something by Sam Wolf Connelly. I hope I pronounced that wrong. It's House on Haunted Hill. And look at this one. This looks just incredible detail. And it looks very, very scary. And this classic is printed by Lady Lazarus. It's 80 by 24 inches, an edition of 75. House on Haunted Hill. Really, really, really cool piece. Really enjoyed this one. But there's more. We have the Omen screen print by Timothy Pidides. I hope I pronounced that right. And this one looks really cool. Reminded me a lot of Calvin Latourie because they have like a similar style, I would say, in terms of the details. And I think looking at this concept for the movie, it's turned out really, really great. But this is the regular edition. It's screen printed by Lady Lazarus. It is 36 by 24 inches, and it's an edition of 165. And then we also have a variant edition with a number of 90, and I think that's my favorite here. The colorways with the gray and the red looks just incredible and amazing. And Timothy did a really cool job on this one. I didn't know him before, but I do now, and you do too. So check him out. He probably has some more cool art that you might be really interested. Then an old friend, Attack Peter, he released Godzilla vs. Gigan linocut poster. It's a one-color linocut print on Locta paper, and it's printed, signed, and numbered by the artist, of course. It's 20 inches by 30 inches and an edition of 120. As always, great stuff. Look at the details there with like the mushrooms here or like the forest scenarios, the different monsters here, King Ghidorah on the background. Really, really, really cool stuff. And the Godzilla, I think there's going to be more Godzilla stuff in the future. So stay tuned for that on Mondo's side. They have some really cool stuff going on. But we're not done yet with Godzilla. We also have a Tom Whalen print. It's Invasion of Astro Monster. And this is the regular edition. It's a regular edition here, and the regular edition is also printed by Lady Lazarus, and it's 36 by 24 inches, and it's an edition of 275. We got all our favorite monsters in there, and the astronauts here also reminds me a little bit of the theme that Attack Peter is doing his own prints in terms of storytelling there, and that's a really, really enjoyable. So check that out again. Attack Peter, we talked about it on the podcast, how he comes up with the ideas and how the community is involved, and I think that's a really cool concept of approaching a print in that way. It's like a community commission piece. So, and I think that works really well, and they turn out great. They always sold out, and this Tom Whalen piece here has also a variant in a very cool colorway. It's kind of like energy beam teal blue colorway, looking really, really great. And this edition is what it was available 150 times. Then this little buddy here, it is obviously, as you can all see, IG 88. It's not IG-11, it's IG-88 from the original Star Wars trilogy. He's part of the Bounty Hunter pack, and this is a G Clay print by Mike Mitchell, and this one is printed by Static Medium. And Static Medium is also did some really cool stuff with Greg Ruth. They printed Nosferatu print, which looked incredible, and Greg turned out another one for a Bong Joon-ho film. I forgot the name of it. Murder. It was something with murder. I forgot the name, but yeah, Aesthetic Medium has some cool stuff. So check them out on Instagram as well. They're all linked. And yeah, this IG88 was available 525 times. It is 13 by 19 inches. But I have to say, a little pricey. It is $100, a lot of money. And yeah, this is, but it looks amazing. I mean, you know, I have the characters, the Star Wars characters back there. Mike Mitchell did so many cool characters in this kind of style. So check him out if you have not, and you will probably fall in love with lots of cool stuff that he is doing. This piece here, the Red Harvest, is part of the Black Dragon Press times Mondo release, and not Harvest, I'm sorry, Red Desert. And there's a screen printer posted by Catherine Lamb, and it's printed by White Duck Editions, 18 by 24 inches, and it's an edition of 100. And they do this very artistic and not so well known in the alternative movie poster scene artists that do incredible prints. And I think this is very artistic, as I said, and it fits in a very artsy way in probably a lot of homes. And I think this the versions, or like this collaboration of Black Dragon Press and Mondo works out really well every time I try to cover. I had last time Babette's Feast on, and they do a really good job on that. And as I mentioned, I have some more artwork that is Halloween themed, and we had this guy before. It is Frankenstein. This Frankenstein piece is by Elvis Dead, and he did an amazing piece for Dracula, and I don't know if I covered it back then because I think it was a private commission, but it looked so cool. And this is the regular edition, and the regular edition is available, or was available, 175 times, 24 by 36 inches, and printed by Lady Lazarus. The variant looks also amazing, black and white, loving it. 275 never mind, I'm sorry, 75 times available. And yeah, great piece. Love the look of it, capturing Boris Karloff's face. You can see the mummy and Frankenstein in this piece. Amazing, just loving it. Continuing with Frankenstein, it is The Bride of Frankenstein by Francesco Francavilla. And this is also printed by Lady Lazarus, 24 by 36 inches, an edition of 275. And looks very cool in a typical Francesco style. And there's also the variant version in green, keeping it there with an edition of 150. And the next guy we had also before here, it was Creature from the Black Lagoon. Saw this print pop up earlier with Vice Press together in Bottleneck, and this Creature from the Black Lagoon is by Johnny Dombrowski, and it's an edition of 225. He's getting more work by Mondo. He's becoming a regular over there, and he also had a variant for this one in a blue color. And this variant was available 125 times. The size of both pieces are 24 by 36 inches. So really cool stuff that came out, but we are not done yet because we have two more. And this one is The Invisible Man. Looks like a comic book here, and has a comic book feel. Loving it, loving the colorways and what the artist did with it. And the artist is none other than Jason Admison. And this print was available 300 times, and he also has a variant for that, which was available 150 times. Both prints are 24 by 36 inches, but I have to say, really love the regular variant more than the regular version, more than the variant. And yeah, but both are great pieces, so if you get either or, I mean, just lovely stuff. But I think this is one of my favorite monster movies, or favorite Universal monsters, and it's The Wolfman. And this print is by Jonathan Burton. Sarah Deck put me on him, so finally I see a very cool print by him, and I love the idea of it. The subtleness of, like, as you can see, the transformation not happening on the screen, but the way the footprints have been left, turning out as a monster, coming in, laying there. I love it. Really cool stuff. DL Screen Printing did this one. 24 by 36 inches, an edition of 225. And then there's the variant edition. Also really cool. like in this one with the red in there, and this is an edition of 125. Yeah, so you see really cool stuff that came out this weekend, and we're not done yet. We're going to turn over to Gray Matter Art because they had one very cool print, and it's this one. It is the Blueprint edition of Iron Man by Bruce Yan, and you can see the arc reactor, how it is like an explosion print. Really, really cool stuff. Loving this one. And this is a hand-numbered screen print on foil paper, edition of 150, and it is 24 by 36 inches. And then we have some more of these because there's the variant. Let me see if we can get this effect here. Yeah, that's the foil effect here. And then we have the Jarvis 3D edition. As you can see a little bit here, I think it's better if you see it in person, I guess. But this is a edition of 124 by 36 inches as well, and this is a 3D version of this print. Probably looks very cool with the explosion drawing of the arc reactor. And yeah, this is not all. There's a third version for this, and it's the arc reactor glow variant. And this one looks also really cool. It's an edition of 50 only, and yeah, I guess this glow in the dark. It wasn't like really mentioned, but it looks like it, and it looks very cool. Some really cool stuff. Bruce Yan, he's knocking it out of the park. He did the Guggenheim one for one of the next shows we're going to talk about, but I'm going to be there in a second. And the next show I'm actually talking about, I have one print from that show. And it's this one I picked just to have like an example for it. And this one is by Bella Grace. It's for Aliens, and it's a digital archival print, hand numbered, not signed. It's edition of 100, and dimensions are 24 by 16 inches unframed. And this is part of the Draw Me Like Your Final Girls exhibition. And as you can see here, a lot of artists turned out to do some really cool stuff. I have to mention it is curated by Tracy Ching and who else did it? Liz Reed, Cuddles and Rage. And this is the Tracy Ching piece, which looks really amazing. I really love that one. The details in that one is very cool. Z from the Poster Posse, we talked to her on at the Posse Palooza, and she mentioned her Dream series, which is really turned out really cool. Aaron Gallagher turned in Where You Me for this one. It's a really cool print. They're all still available, so don't miss out on those. Chelsea Lowe, who has been also on a Palooza, talked about it. This is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre print, which looks brilliantly amazing. Eileen Steinbach, aka SG Posters, did this beautiful The Craft piece. Loving that as well. And this one is by Paige Reynolds and the Witching Hour print. And is that Paige? Paige, is that you? Let me know. If you see this, I tag you, of course, but let me know. And Sarah Deck turned in also this beautiful Midsummer piece. It was we had it for the interview. We teased it a little bit, and it looks also really cool. Then Sister Hyde put out a print. Cat People looks very amazing with the eyes and just the subtleness of the cat there. Loving the Gemma Klein piece, Baby Jane. Also the Jessica Hess one, the Blood Harvest, looks creepy cool. And Horrible Adorables, Creature from the Cute Lagoon, loving that one. The 100 Soft Approach, really cool stuff. But then we have like really expensive prints, sold out, and some more artsy stuff. Love the Victoria Casanova print. She's been on talking about her work, really cool. And yeah, there's some many cool things. So check it out. Still a lot of stuff available, and so you don't have to miss out on that. Our next show, also from Poekart, that came out, made me go broke. It's this one. It's the Frank Lloyd Wright Timeless Edition. It's the second series. This one here is by J.C. Richard. It's the Clinton Walker House. It's a screen print and it's a hand numbered and signed edition of 150. Dimensions are 18 by 24, and you know I'm an architectural lover, and I have my a whole wall dedicated to architecture, and there are 5 prints. I have 5 prints of the first series, and I dig in with that one as well. And yeah, the second one, it's called as it's still timeless, and it has some really cool prints. It has this one by Tom Whalen, the Midway Gardens, totally different style. Loving the colorways, the red and the blue looks very cool. Then we have the Bruce Jan, the Guggenheim. I mentioned him before. Love the architecture of the Guggenheim. It's a really cool place. Love the style of the poster with the top there, and you can see the staircase and I'm walking around. As I mentioned, the J.C. Richards, Clinton Walker house. Max Dalton did the Talzine, Romeo and Juliet windmill. Loving the Francois Chuiton, V.C. Morris Seacliff. Really cool architecture, really cool piece. Laurent Durieux did some work on that. I heard he helped Francois Chuiton, who's a Belgium comic illustrator. So that was really interesting. The Kim Smith, Norman Likes house, amazing. Phantom City Creative, who will be on the podcast next week. I think it's next week. So check that out. And they put this Ennis house in there, and it looks amazing with the shadows on there and the front of it all. Love the Thomas D'Anthony print, the Gordon Strong automotive one with the car here and the lights going up. Very Guggenheimish. Loving that one. Dave Perillo, who has I have some really cool BFF prints of him, but he turned out in his very particular style, the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, Japan. Did not know about Aaron Stauffer, but the David and Gladys Wright house, also amazing. Steve Thomas with the Robbie house, got the winter theme going on, like J.C. Richards did last year. Looks very amazing. George Townley, he's such a good guy doing capturing the architecture of films, and this one in particular because it was focused on that. Really cool. We Buy Your Kids is back for Samuel Freeman house. Very, very artsy. Loving the mixture of the structure there. Alison King, Alta Vista, the Boomer Cottage, loving it one. John Arvizo, Grady, Grammage Memorial Auditorium, amazing. And there's also, as you can see here, Thomas D'Anthony did this one last year, this S.C. Johnson Research Tower. Very cool print, still available. They got the Matthew Goodson Ghost Code, the George Sturgis house. Incredible, have that on my wall. The Kalita Humphreys by Matt Taylor is a must-have in my opinion. And yeah, there's some more stuff that is sadly sold out, but if you get a chance, grab one. That's the J.C. Richard I was talking about. Talzine is obviously by Roy Kerr. It's amazing. But also, I'm sad that I didn't get the Kim Smith, the Palmer house. Maybe I have to contact her. Or maybe Kim, if you're watching, let me know if you have an AP available. But okay, this is it, guys, for this week. So stay tuned for our next podcast. It's an interview podcast next week. I think is Phantom City Creative. So check that out. I have some more cool stuff coming in the future. Stay tuned for that. And I will see you soon next week for the interview podcast. Take care, guys. Bye.